Hi there, everyone. My name's Margie, and yesterday I went for a walk with Thea up into the fields behind where we live. We were hoping to be able to see the baby lambs that we had seen last year in the fields, as we had heard that it was lambing season. We did see this one flock of sheep just near our house on the walk up, but on the way they smelt very strong smells of the farm, and went up to have a look at these cows in their sheds. And we discussed how lucky we are to be able to live in such a rural area and be so close to nature, when some people have to live in high-rise apartments in downtown London. We continued walking up the hill past the flock of sheep again, and then stopped to listen to the wind that was blowing quite a gale, and looked up, and there we saw a red kite. The red kite was making the most of the wind, flying around on the thermals. And we stopped, and Thea asked me what I thought, how I would feel to be a bird, free and flying above everything, playing around on the thermals, moving with such grace in the air. We carried on walking up the hill and saw a couple of interesting things, including this plastic-looking mushroom, and we discussed what we thought that was. We also came across this piece of moss, amazing piece of moss, and Thea asked me what I thought it looked like. I said I thought it looked like an angel. She thought it looked like a piece of coral, which looks solid, but is soft and pliable, and is an amazing part of the world. Here we also stopped and saw a Lord and Ladies plant, and chatted about the fact that it's in the shape of a heart, and yet it's really, really poisonous. We also looked at these plants that had survived the winter and are about to disperse their seeds far and wide. So we talked about new life and the beginning of life. We carried on up the hill, and then Thea stopped and said I should turn around and have a look at where I had just come from, and where we were going. Unfortunately, I was really disappointed, because as far as the eye could see, couldn't see one single sheep or baby lamb. So I had to remember what it looked like last year, and so here I'm sharing with you some of the pictures that we took last year of the baby lambs looking at us, and we looking at them backwards and forwards. Beautiful new life, the beginning of life, around about Easter time, and how the little lambs get numbered, and you can see who has twins, who has triplets, and who is a singleton. Beautiful new life. We then trudged our way down through the copse, through the most amazing mud. We had to be really mindful and careful where we walked, our shoes getting muddier and muddier and heavier as we walked down, and got back down to the area where the scouts sit during the weekend, and how they are putting up boxes for little dormouse to research them. And we came to the circle of logs, and we talked about how wonderful an area it is to be able to come up here and sit in the quiet, meditate, think about what's happened, what is going to happen, and just be in the moment. We then walked back down the path that had been freshly laid with new bark chip, and reflected on what a better smell that was to the smell that we had on the way up. And we looked at all the new growth coming through, the beautiful new blossoms on the trees, the crocuses that are out, the different colors, oranges and purples, and the beautiful daffodils that are all around us. But we remarked on this one that was all alone, and how important sometimes it is to go and be alone, and how wonderful it is to be able to do this in nature.